Na hello. Nem tudom mi ez. Szikáriónak nagyon jó videó lesz.
Some of the creepiest videos found on the internet. Check them out.
No, van Szikárió. Tévéről.
This first video on our list was uploaded to TikTok by Scared to Death
Ki gondolta volna
Zero.
TikTok
In the very
megint?
beginning of the clip, we see a sculpture known as the Future in Hand, which is located in Port Glasgow in the United Kingdom.
Isn't it? Future in hand.
However, it's not the artwork that has the TikToker recording, but rather the abandoned apartment nearby.
You see movement
Ezt
there?
már láttuk. Egy másik
The
videóban.
area is dark, yet as the TikToker shines his flashlight towards the building, we can see that the lower windows are all boarded up. They focus their light on the second floor as someone can be heard saying they saw something on the upper level. Watch what happens.
Move the light. Yo. Yo.
Láttatok?
The curtains that were slightly ajar are pulled aside, revealing a terrifying face. It's only visible for a split second, however it appears to be very pale and has pitch black eyes. It almost looks like it could be the mask of a horror movie villain. As the building appears to be abandoned, it's been suggested that the face might have belonged to a homeless person. However, if this is the case, how do you explain the creepy appearance?
Yo.
Hát hogy van már? Csöves.
Who or what could have been lurking inside this abandoned apartment building? Was it just a
Ezt kérdezi
squatter,
meg, hogy...
or was it something a
Ezt
little
kérdezi meg, hogy...
sinister? Let me know your
Hogy
theories
lehet, hogy
in the
csöves
comments
volt.
down below.
Lehet, hogy csöves volt, és hogy akkor mi magyarázza meg? Hát láttatok ezek már csöveseket?
Abandoned places often have complex histories, and the dilapidated building seen in this video is no exception. Many people have reported strange incidents here. It's even thought that one individual committed suicide in a downstairs room. YouTuber Mysterio JL decides to investigate the premises for himself.
Ki gondolta volna? Mysterio YouTube.
As he
Mr.
enters the
YouTube
first
investigating.
room, he and his partner hear footsteps.
Oye, son pasos, ¿eh? Cañón.
They dissipate as the men walk closer, but can be heard once again as the men turn away.
Oye. ¿Otra vez? ¿Qué es eso? Ay, el cañón aquí atrás, güey, me caminaron, ¿eh?
That's when they discover the word niño, which means little boy in Spanish, written on the wall.
Niño.
Niño, Emilio, esto es algo de lo que
Basszus, odaírták a falra. Na ne.
nos tiene con intriga, con preocupación, porque en todas las paredes.
Dicen que...
The investigators decide to continue their exploration of the property.
Es una plasmación, güey.
Sí, güey.
Mi? Ektoplazma azt mondta, nem?
Something grabs their attention. The camera holder inadvertently captures something unnerving on camera.
Ay, cañón.
A mysterious figure can be seen in the top right window. At first, it's almost impossible to see. However, if you brighten the footage, it becomes more obvious. Next, they head upstairs. As they make their way along a dark, dilapidated hallway, a chilling sound echoes through the space.
Köszönöm. Ez mi ez a színészkedés?
According to the uploader, the voice says mama in Spanish.
Uy.
Not long after, the investigators catch a second sighting of the mysterious figure they saw earlier.
¿Qué?
Again, the footage needs to be brightened up, but as before, there's definitely something there. Is this just a squatter who's taken up residence in the crumbling building? Or could it be the spirit of a child that's calling out for their mama?
Ő valamelyiküknek a lánya, az nem el?
Our last clip of the day was uploaded to YouTube by Tammy Jackson. Take a look at this strange event caught on their Ring home security system.
Ezt is láttuk.
Some kind of unknown light passes from left to right.
Hát látod. Ez Paxáné volt?
While at first it looks like it could just be a camera malfunction or some kind of glitch, the thing that really makes it eerie is that whatever this thing is, it appears to trigger the motion sensing light in the backyard. Then moments later, a second security light triggers on the back of the house. When the clip first hit YouTube, it caused quite a stir, with many instantly calling this a ghost caught on camera.
De úgy bírom az ilyet.
Others were a little more reserved, suggesting that a small
Gondolj bele, hogy vannak, akik így nézik a YouTube-ot. Jó van, nézzél. Eljátsják ezt a videót. No, ott van! Szellem! Ez az!
animal hidden in the
Végre!
shadows could have caused
Látjuk!
the camera and even the light to turn on. However, that doesn't explain the odd misty figure that appears in the back of the yard. So is this some kind of strange atmospheric condition, a glitch, or could it really be a ghost?
Amúgy tényleg
Your
kicsit.
theories in the
Ja,
comments
tényleg kicsit
down
bal
below.
lehet. Mármint valószínűleg amúgy annyira nem, de hogy... Tudom én, azért valamilyen állatok itt laknak, néha idebe, hát attól is függ, milyen erdő vagy valami, milyen fák vesznek körül, de ja.
Our first clip of the day shows something eerie happening at a church. Its origins are unknown, but this version was uploaded to TikTok by Scary Central. The OP claims they were walking by their local church late at night when they heard an unsettling noise. When they rounded the corner, they spotted this.
Tem alguma coisa batendo na porta aqui. Não tem nada ali dentro.
The glass doors are banging violently and there's no clear reason why. It's late at night and the caretakers have long gone home, yet somehow the door keeps rattling.
Não tem nada ali dentro.
Some viewers suggested that the door might be automatic and that the sensor mechanism has malfunctioned, causing the door to pulse. While a lot of people would love to believe it's as simple as a faulty mechanism, the fact that it's happening at a church has led many to speculate that it could be some kind of evil spirit trying to get in the building. So, if you saw this happening in your local church late at night, would you stick around to film it, or would you scoot away as fast as you can? Let me know down below.
Ja, remig a járdos videó volt az, ami
Intelligent life on other planets. Some even think that these beings
jó mutatja amúgy, hogy az emberek olyan hülyék, hogy mindenre belegondolnak, meg mindenre beleésznek, bármit amúgy, hogyha úgy van.
Take a look and judge for yourself.
Na hát...
William! William, vem! William!
Mi ez a felvétel? Basszak a gitárnyakadra!
Recorded in 2007, the video was captured by a Costa Rican carpenter named Marvin Badia. He was at work at the time when a strange buzzing sound suddenly caught his attention.
2007-ben fővette bazd meg a izével. Nézd meg.
Object flying in the air.
Azzal vette fő ott. Na, azt a rohadt.
Camera and immediately began filming.
William! William, vem! William!
De még ha ott is volt valami, se látunk semmit, mert úgy rángatja bazd meg, mint a szár.
was about the size of a large tractor wheel. Not large enough
Uh-huh.
to hold a person. However, experts have suggested that it could have been some sort of probe or drone that was piloted remotely. When Badia turned away briefly to call out his colleague, the saucer flew
Motorola.
away. His colleague never saw the object but stated that Badia was excited about the incident. As the clip was recorded on an old Motorola phone, the footage is low quality. However, this also means that it would have been difficult to manipulate.
De ezzel nem kell semmit manipulálni. Annyira rossz a felvétel, hogy bármi lehet. Slow motion. Ez semmit ne, tehát ez annyira rossz a felvétel, hogy ezt akármennyire slow motion leheted. Milyen clear view? Milyen clear view? Hát bazd meg, ez szemműtét kell az ilyen clear viewhoz. Hát ez vagy mínusz, nem is tudom milyen mínuszos ez.
There have been many clips over the years that claim to show spacecraft from other planets. However, many consider this footage to be some of the most compelling. So what do you think? Does this video really show an alien craft? We'll leave that up to you to decide.
William! William, there! William!
Haverja meg hátul nyomja a behajtóval a csavart. Ne szarja. Hülye vagy?
YouTuber Dark Ghost Paranormal explores places that most people would never dare. As this clip begins, he explains that he was sent the coordinates to this house in the mail.
Ez igen. Dark Ghost Paranormal YouTube videó.
The
Igen.
sender claimed that elderly people used to live there and that they were plagued by strange activity, especially in the basement.
Ez furry, hát Dark Ghost Paranormal.
The residents supposedly heard unusual sounds, disembodied conversations, and even saw doors opening by themselves throughout the home. After the owners passed away, the house was left to relatives. However, they never moved in, and it's remained empty ever since. In the video, we see the investigator thoroughly exploring the space with a flashlight as he sets up some cameras to record in the background.
Hát igen, itt a kamera felvétele jó. Viszont az egész az meg van vizével, kicsit játszva, mármint hogy játszva ugye, meg van kicsit izével minden. Szilincses.
A piece of glass slides off the counter and shatters on the floor.
Azt hiszem ennek a faszilnak az összes videójában, hogyha valami történik, akkor mindig...
Igen.
Ilyenek vannak mindig, hogy vagy valamit lehúznak, vagy valami leborul, ledöntenek.
It doesn't appear to be an earthquake because it doesn't affect the rest of the house.
Ja, mert azt látjuk amúgy, hogy ez pontosan hogyan megcsinálva.
Next, the investigator uses a device in an attempt to contact any resident spirits. Eerily, he receives a message telling him to open the basement.
Aha. Látjátok, Balek, Paxának sose válaszolt a szellem.
Bravely, or perhaps stupidly, he decides to do it. He opens the hatch and ventures cautiously into the darkness. Suddenly, something catches him off guard. Take a listen. It sounds like an eerie screech. Unwilling to find out who or what made the noise, he wisely leaves the basement. However, it seems that his curiosity soon gets the better of him and he lowers himself through the trapdoor one more time. Sure enough, the same spine-chilling sound emanates out of the darkness. This time he doesn't hesitate, he quickly packs his equipment and leaves the property.
Mit pakolgatja vissza, bazd meg, romokba az egész. Mit pakolgatja vissza?
Dark Ghost Paranormal is an infamous paranormal YouTube channel based in Russia. In this episode, they explore an abandoned school that was once used by the Germans.
Dark Ghost Paranormal az egyik leghitelesebb orosz szellemvarázsló. Vagy mi ez?
Clearly that a fire has ripped through the buildings. Local eyewitnesses say that just prior to the fire, a silhouette of a woman was looking out of one of the windows. Moments later, the entire east wing of the school was aflame. No one could identify the woman, and the exact cause of the fire remains unknown to this day. Dennis, the lead investigator, explores the property.
The lead investigator
what happened all those years ago.
From the Dark Ghost Paranormal from Russia.
Shortly into the exploration, the OP sets up a spirit box to try and communicate with any spirits that might be present. Take a listen.
Это ты сожгла это помещение?
Da.
To continue the investigation, Dennis sets up a series of cameras around the property.
Cémulós.
Long before one of them catches something strange. Two doors in one of the burnt-out hallways seem to open by themselves. A short while later, while Dennis explores one of the rooms, something truly eerie happens.
Дай мне знак, если надо где-то еще искать.
Az menő nézett ki. Ez menő volt.
Again, while the OP asks for any signs that a spirit might be present, several boxes and chairs slide into the middle of the room.
Az komoly volt. Amint...
Slide into the middle of the room.
Valószínűleg ezt is meg lehet csinálni, hogy ott a... Nem tudom mi az ott a... Ja. Padló alatt van valami lyuk, és abba összehúzzák valami kis közével, madzagokkal. Hát ott van sok papír, meg minden, az alatt van valami kis lyuk, vagy gödör, vagy akármi, és akkor onnan össze van kötve 3 izéből oda bele, és akkor onnan valaki meghúzza alulról, azt összerántja az egészet. Én legalábbis ezt mondanám. De menő nézett ki.
Later, while conducting a spirit box session in the basement of the school, more eerie activity is captured. The lights turn off, and what sounds like running footsteps can be heard all around. After the lights turn back on, his spirit box gives an ominous warning.
It's a trap.
He then asks what the presence might want.
Что тебе нужно от меня?
The spirit box's response proves too much for the YouTuber as he decides to quickly leave the property. So what's going on at this old abandoned school? Could a dark presence really have been responsible for the fire all those years ago? According to this YouTuber's footage, there's definitely something strange happening at the school, but just what that is remains unknown. This is an old piece of security footage that's been scaring viewers.
UFO abduction. Hopp
The
hopp.
clip was
Ez
taken
a
from
cseten
a
is van.
security feed overlooking an undisclosed workplace.
Csak Alien Abduction
It's a
néven.
little after 11 p.m. when we can see a worker in the top right-hand shot.
Látjuk, aha, sok
Has
minden.
been baffling experts for well over 10 years.
10 éve nem tudják megmagyarázni ezt.
A flash of light interrupts the feed and everything goes black. The system returns to normal, yet the employee is nowhere to be seen. The cameras continue to record for another 2 hours. Then suddenly, this happens. A second flash of light occurs, then the same employee appears on his hands and knees.
Az jó odahányt.
He gets up but looks disoriented, then walks out of frame.
És ezt nem mondja, hogy oda okádott?
It was reported that soon after the incident took place, the employee in the footage quit their job out of the blue and moved away. Some experts who have analysed the footage believe this might be evidence of an alien abduction. After close examination, they
Figyeld,
say the footage appears to be genuine.
Néznek,
but
nagy,
just what
gyerekek, a 160p-s videót tévén nagyítóval. Az expert.
What happens in the 2-hour period that the employee goes missing remains a
Az expert
mystery.
megnézi, és így a pixelek azt mondják.
Bookends, both when the employee disappears and when he returns, is the key piece of evidence that has really excited UFO and alien enthusiasts. Also, the missing time element has really intrigued anyone who ends up studying the footage. Where exactly did the employee go for over 2 hours? Missing
Ennyi elővel
time is a
teleportálás is
recurring
lehetett
feature in
volna.
many alleged UFO abduction cases. Victims often claim that they experience a sort of vague confusion, then
Szia, Bon.
realize that a large chunk of time has passed without them knowing. So could this really be an alien abduction caught on camera? No one knows for certain, but the footage continues to intrigue amateur sleuths and experts to this day.
Az okádásról nem volt szó a videóban mondjuk, tehát egyébként ez egy fontos dolog.
When you head out for a relaxing hike in nature, you may be hoping to spot some local animals along the way. However, if you're like Instagrammer Adam Bonini, you might see something that makes you hesitant to return to that area ever again. The Instagrammer
Banana
and
Adam.
a friend were traveling in Japan when they decided to catch a tram to the top of Mount Hiei. From there, they began to hike down to the bottom. Unfortunately, the pair quickly found themselves lost in the dense forest.
Hát
As
valószínűleg
they
mi a fasz?
navigated their way down the mountainside, they came across a dam. Take a look at what they saw inside.
What the is this thing?
So we stumbled upon the most questionable kind of thing we've seen so far. Let me show you. What is this?
In the first seconds of the footage, we see what appears to be a dark brown or black tentacle extending from the water.
What the is this thing?
So we stumbled upon
The camera then pans back, revealing that it's actually attached to a worm-like creature.
Let me show you.
It winds over itself in such a way that makes it difficult to estimate its actual size.
Aha, az lehet.
What is this?
As the hikers continued their journey, they also captured several photos, one of which shows a sign with writing scratched out in the direction that they had just come from. Could this have been a warning from a previous visitor to stay away from the dam? If anyone can identify the strange worm-like creature, would love to hear about it in the comments section down below.
The most questionable kind of
Na vajon kitalálták mi ez?
let me show you.
British YouTuber Mark B Television is
It's just a
known for their
huge
comedy
pile of
sketches
toad
and
eggs.
Vox Pop style
They are laid
interviews.
single file
However,
in a
in this
transparent
episode, they've
slimy
decided to
tube
do
of salt
something a little bit
and
different.
can become
After
covered
hearing
by
rumours that
sediment in the
public
water,
park in
making them
Manchester,
too
England is supposedly
oh,
haunted, he decides
Ilyen
to film
egyszerű.
there late at night, all alone.
Vagy nem. Én nem tudom, de az a lényeg, hogy általában amit nem tudsz, az nem lesz egyből, nem tudom, UFO. Most hát igazából Odderna pont azért UFO, de hogy érted, nem lesz aliens.
Spooky stories that it may be haunted.
I didn't even know this place was apparently haunted until recently, and I've been jogging here for a while.
Right on midnight, the YouTuber begins his exploration of the property.
The clock has just struck midnight.
Na, pont a legjobbkor.
I've turned the camera up as
Mondjuk,
far as it'll go.
ilyen világos van éjfélkor?
The park, known as Boggart Hole Clough, is located in Blackley, Manchester. It's a sprawling woodland that dates back to the Bronze Age. For decades, there have been persistent rumours that the whole area is haunted.
Ja persze, meg TikTokosok még, azok
The most
legjobbak.
infamous urban legend that clings to the property is that of the mischievous elf-like creature known as the Boggart. It's said to inhabit the crumbled ruins of an old farmhouse deep within the woods. As far back as the 18th century, there have been reports of children going missing while walking through Boggart Hole Clough. As more and more kids went missing, townsfolk began to blame the Boggart, claiming that it was dragging them into the woods, never to be seen again. Spurred on by these eerie tales, our YouTuber continues to explore the park in near pitch black.
When I finish jogging here late at night, I have still seen the odd person around, so...
While the scenery is quite unsettling, nothing too strange seems to happen.
Hát mindegy, bármi történik, mert semmit nem látunk, úgyhogy tök mindegy.
That is until he explores a nearby bridge. Take a look at what he sees.
And as I said, it leads to the 99 steps and to the higher bridge. And the thing about Boggart Hole Clough Park is... Hello? Hello? Who's that? Who's that?
Na, amúgy ez így para. Amint nyilván, nyilván tudjuk, hogy ez így, tehát, hogy bárki itt lehet, az jó van. De ez azért így para volt előadva.
Hello?
They walk slowly without saying a word.
Who's that?
The OP turns and runs and the video abruptly ends.
Igen, amúgy tényleg, ez... Tudod milyen futás ez, mint amikor, nem is tudom. De nem még, tehát az elfáradás azt nem is értem. De hogy ez kb. Olyan, mint amikor így papusba vagy, és mit tudom én, nyáron kurva meleg van, kicsit be vagy baszva, és futsz egy pár métert. Ez kb. Az a futás volt. Így csúszkál a lábad a papusba, meg kicsit vizes a lábad, jóval vagy vizével töltve. Nagyon meleg van. Futsz pár izét, és ez kb. Ez volt.
If this was just another person exploring the park at nighttime, you'd think they'd make themselves known, or avoid the man with the camera.
Ráadásul elvileg a faszi az itt szokott joggolni a parkba, vagy mit mondod.
Who's that?
So did this person have sinister intentions? Or could it be, as some viewers have pointed out, a modern version of the Boggart? Perhaps this is a malevolent entity looking to drag people into the darkness, never to be seen again. Whichever way you look at it, this encounter is certainly creepy.
Who's that?
Literálisan 5 métert futott.
While hanging out at a friend's house, Redditor Peppermint the Fox caught something strange on camera.
Na tessék, na végre csak egy reddites, na ez.
The large white object is a propane tank. There's also something else right next to it.
A felvétel minősége nem lett tőle jobb, hogy reddites.
What exactly it could be. It looks like it might be part of the tank, but if you zoom in, you can see that the foggy shape appears to have a head perched on top of a large frame.
Látod te is? Nagyítót hozzá.
Two sparkling eyes that are looking off to the side. Many viewers thought the figure resembled a gorilla, while others suggested it might be a human attempting to steal propane.
Az egy hidraliszk.
The original poster added that the figure vanished right after the photo was taken, and upon further inspection, they could see no footprints or signs of any kind that the figure was even there. So is this photo proof of a mysterious cryptid roaming the area, or is it something else entirely, perhaps pareidolia? Take another look at the image and let me know what your theories are in the comments down below.
Basz meg, bármi lehet, még azt sem mondanám rá, hogy az egy, mint mondod, hogy propán tank volt ott. Hát azt meg...
In February 2017, an anonymous woman made a frantic call to the Billings Police Department in southern Montana, saying that there had been a break-in. It was around 9:30 p.m. when the woman received a notification on her phone that the baby monitor placed in her infant daughter's bedroom had detected movement. When she checked the feed, her blood ran cold. The single snapshot shows a person on the right-hand side of frame.
Drakja, kösz szépen a
She rushed
folytatást.
into the bedroom, grabbed her daughter and fled the property. A short while later, a squad car from the Billings Police Department arrived to search the home. However, after a thorough investigation, they could find no evidence of the person at all. The Billings Police Department put out a call to the public asking for any information that might lead to the identification of the person snapped by the baby monitor.
Igen, esetleg, hogyha valaki látja ezt a, hát nem tudjuk, hogy mit, az szóljon.
To this day, the case remains unsolved, and the identity of the person is unknown.
Jó, igen. Senkinek nincs akkora bátorság, hogy szájon vágja az ufót.
This next photo was shared to our Slaptam subreddit by user Nova Knives. It was supposedly taken by their pregnant friend as she attempted to show off her baby bump. However, when she looked at the picture, she was shocked to see an extra hand resting on her belly. The hand
Jó. Tehát ezért fog kipusztulni az emberiség.
hand almost looks mist-like and has an ethereal quality to it.
Igen. Meg kb. Mondjuk itt a fények miatt, meg a tükör miatt, meg a póló miatt.
Note that the woman is actually holding the camera in her left hand. That means that the ghostly hand couldn't belong to her, as you can clearly see her.
De hát ez nem is kell, hogy kéz legyen, bazd meg, hát bármilyen fény, ahogy úgy esik oda, hasonlíthat arra.
Resting on her stomach as well. One viewer noted that they didn't think the ghost wanted to hurt the baby, but rather wanted to say, "Hi, I'm here to protect you."
Igen, ezek a kedvenceim, hogy amikor is így jön egy ember, aki azt mondja, hogy hát ezt én látom, igen, és hogy ez a szellem, igen, ez igazából nem bántani akar, csak azt akartam mondani, hogy itt megvédelek, szervusz.
The photo continues to stir up debate online, with some believing it's actually a hoax. Others think that the angle of the hand clearly shows that it belongs to another entity, and not the woman herself. So what do you think's going on in this photo?
Én néztem ezt a képet, és nem is értettem, hogy mit kell ezen nézni ezen a képen. Amíg nem mondta, hogy az ott, igen, egy kéz. Célroca. Az experteknek rá kéne menni nagyítóval, nem? Erre is.
But then, does the hand really belong to a ghost? Or is there another way to explain this eerie presence? This is a classic piece of footage that's been haunting the internet since 2013. It was first uploaded to YouTube by a channel called Maximum Disclosure. The footage was captured by a homeowner who had been experiencing some strange things inside of their home. Doors banging in the night and disembodied whispers were becoming an all too common occurrence. So the homeowner decided to set up a series of cameras around his house to try and capture some evidence of the strange goings on. This is what one of the cameras caught. it's the middle of the night and no one's around. A shadow appears to slowly creep across the room.
No way.
The OP claims it's evidence of paranormal activity. Responses to the clip have been varied over the years, but a strong contingent of viewers believe this is evidence of a shadow person.
Na ne,
Shadow
basz
people
meg.
are a bizarre phenomenon reported by thousands of people all around the world.
Az komoly
All
csemege.
kinds of people have claimed to see shadowy people out the corners of their eyes. It's patients suffering from sleep disorders that witness them the most. The creepy thing is, the reports are disparate and come from countries all around the globe, yet the witnesses describe almost the exact same thing. Insomniacs and those suffering from sleep paralysis describe a dark figure that stands in the corner of the room.
Na ez mondjuk para.
Sometimes the figure's wearing a hat,
Ezt még azt is mondom, hogy
watches
igen, ez
them while
para.
they lay in bed, paralyzed, unable to move. There's very little information available on this next video. It was uploaded to TikTok by Scary Central, but its origins
Igen.
are
Na
unknown.
tessék, Saki, Scary
It
Central
shows a
TikTokon.
woman chatting on her cell phone as she walks by. She stops momentarily to say something to the camera holder, oblivious to the fact that there might be danger in the vicinity. Take a look at what happens next. A creepy figure appears behind her. It lurches out of the darkness, reaching towards the unsuspecting woman. The camera holder does see it, however. Panicked, they don't even attempt to warn their friend of the impending threat. They simply run away. As there's little information on this video, it's hard to tell just what it is we're seeing here. The figure looks distorted, almost as if it could be a reflection in a warped mirror.
Ezt akartam mondani, olyan, mint egy tükör az inkább, nem?
Take another look at the clip and let me know what you think's going on here. Is it a snippet from a movie, or is it something a little more sinister? Let me know down below.
Az előző árnyékosra is amúgy bazdmeg, hát sötétben itt felhetünk egy kamerát, azt megcsinálom úgy, hogy látsz, hogy az árnyékomaszot, és elsétál a falnál, hát...
The footage is a snippet taken from a ring home
Aj,
security
basszus,
system.
Saki.
The feed is overlooking a snow-covered
Megy már egy
backyard.
ideje, már
that
időt
backs
volna
onto a
azért
frozen
elővenni a
lake.
nyitókat mindenkinek.
Take a look at what happens.
Foki volt, de szerintem nincs itt most. Na, nice, nice.
A strange light illuminates a portion of the lake.
Azóta is.
While at first it looks like it could just be a flashlight, after a few seconds you can make out what looks like a glowing figure standing on the ice. The homeowner pauses the footage to get a better look.
Nagyítás.
Then when they hit play, the figure disappears altogether. So what could this strange sighting be? The OP put the footage on Reddit hoping for answers, but the community wasn't able to successfully identify the glowing
Persze, ilyen szarfelvétel, mi a faszomat identifáljanak?
Your thoughts and theories in
De
the
amúgy is mi a fasz lehet
comments below.
identifálni egy random felvételről? Még ha jó lenne a minőség, akkor se feltétlenül lehetne identifálni.
Our first clip of the day comes from Twitter user Cidio Paranormal, but the footage itself has unknown origins. It's an after-hours security feed captured in a cafeteria. Take a look at what the cameras have spotted. At the rear of the room, you can see what looks like a shadow moving from right to left. It drifts slowly, then disappears behind a pole. Here it is zoomed in and slowed down. As with many of these brief horror clips that float about the foul depths of the internet, there's no accompanying information, so it's hard to make further comment on what this might be. So, I'll throw this one out to you for final judgment. What do you think's being caught on camera here?
Hát senki nem küldte. Én felolvastam neked a címét, te meg azt mondtad, az jó hangzik. Ez a mondtam, hogy a Feed Your Fear, vagy mi volt, ja. Neither week. Neither week. Feeds your fear.
When Redditor Business Lion 326's mother-in-law took this
Business
photo,
Lion
she was trying to capture a
326.
reference picture for a painting that she wanted to create. Looking at the image, you can see the appeal. There's a lovely garden and someone taking a stroll in the background. The problem is, when the photo was taken, there was supposedly no one else on the trail. The poster says that her mother-in-law was walking her dogs and had just let them off their leads. Someone else was nearby, the dogs would have gone crazy with excitement. Perhaps the mysterious person's appearance lies in the history of the area. The picture was taken near the Low Pool, a large freshwater lake in Cornwall, United Kingdom. According to folk tales, this lake takes the life of someone in the area every 7 years. Maybe this ghostly figure was one of the Low's past victims. Unnervingly, several viewers have noted that the mysterious figure appears to be wearing a school uniform from the 1950s.
Látjátok ti is?
Enhanced the image, revealing that the figure also seems to cast no shadow, even though other elements in the frame do.
Hát mondjuk itt nekem, tehát hogyha meg kéne mondani, hogy mit látok, ez egy fejetlen valami. Ez valami mellény lehet amúgy, igen, meg mondjuk fehér ing. Meg fekete nadrág, és így ennyi.
If this was just a case of pareidolia, then whatever the object is should throw some shadows across the path. So does this photo really show a ghostly victim of the nearby Low Pool?
Annyira rossz ez a
Unfortunately, the
kép.
truth may never be known.
Persze, annyira rossz ez a kép, az meg, hogy mivel csináltad. Lehet Antonio Banderas is.
In July 2022, TikTok user Lomdrix posted some home security footage that's left a lot of viewers confused and a little bit spooked. The woman in the feed was supposedly home alone when this footage was captured. Watching that again, down the hallway, you can see a shadow pass by.
Igen. Egyszerű a válasz, nem egyedül volt otthon.
A few viewers suggested it might be passing traffic outside of the home that's causing the shadow to go by. However, the uploader confirmed that cars don't cast shadows when they pass by the house in that particular part of the hallway.
Hát igen, nem egyedül volt otthon.
The poster asked if the sighting was spooky or if there was some way of
És egyébként neki itt miért volt kamera?
explaining the shadow more rationally. While some commenters looked to the realms of the paranormal to explain the bizarre shadow, some said it could be evidence of a prowler sneaking into the home. Some viewers implored the poster to call the police to report what had happened. Assuming that this isn't a setup, how would you explain that mysterious shadow? Share your theories with one another down below.
Jó, nyilván itt most így kérdezte, hogy mi van akkor, hogyha nem az van, úgy találjunk egy teóriát, de hát tehát milyen teóriát találsz ki, hogy csak úgy elmélyült egy árnyék, hát bazd meg. Olyan könnyű mindig rámondani ezt, hogy valami szellem volt, vagy akármi, mert fasz csinál a szellem ott, bazd meg a nagyidnál. Mi? Kitakarítja a budit, vagy mit csinál neki? Vagy mit csinál ott a szellem amúgy?
An incident that later became known as Bloody Thursday. Over the years, the building has seen many roles, including an entertainment and sporting venue, and more recently as home to an adult film company. With such a varied history, it's little wonder that the property is said to be haunted. In this video, we see the security guard as he makes his way through the facility. Alone at the time, he began recording after hearing what sounded like chairs moving in the lounge area. As he walks down a hallway, something strange happens. Take a look. The doors at the end of the hallway suddenly swing open. Spooked, the guard immediately leaves the area.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bro.
Mi kajak?
A later inspection shows that all windows were closed, eliminating the possibility that wind had blown the doors open. So is the San Francisco Armory really haunted? Watch the clip again and judge for yourself.
Oh, hell no. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bro. By myself.
Ja, by myself. Oh no. És visszamegy a kis pult mögé, kamerázza meg egy kicsit, az jó
In
van.
March 2022, this TikToker with X teeth was at home chilling out watching some videos on the internet when they began to notice something moving at the corner of their eye. They took out their phone and began recording. Take a look at what they saw.
Oh, Jesus, hell! That was... What is it doing?
It almost looks like fingers pressing up against the other side of the curtain.
Oh, Jesus, hell! That was... What is it?
Oh, Jesus, hell!
That behind the curtain is a sliding glass door which was shut and locked at the time this video was captured. They said a fan was on the opposite side of the room, which explains the slight movement of the curtains, but the TikToker has no idea what caused the finger-like imprints. Freaked out by the incident,
De amúgy, mi ez? Kamerázta a függönyt, vagy mi? Amit a biztonsági őre, én azt mondom, hogy tegyük föl mondjuk én, vagy most ez így könnyű beszélni, mert nem vagyok, de mondjuk tegyük föl, én vagyok a biztonsági őr, tehát, hogyha mondják, hogy ilyen van, akkor máshogy áll hozzá az ember, de tegyük fel, hogy nem volt még ilyen, nem tudunk róla, és történik egy ilyen. Hát akkor nem kamerázok ott meg, itt tudom én. Szerintem az első, amit csinálnék, vagy nem is az, hogy az első, amit csinálnék, valószínűleg az lenne, hogy megvizsgálnám, hogy mi történik. Esetleg, nyilván helyfüggő is ez, de esetleg szólsz, hogy mit tudom én. Mondjuk Amerikában nyilván más, mert ott még lehet fegyvered is van, de hogy itt ne Amerikát nézzük, hanem mondjuk itt. Beszólsz valakinek, vagy valahova beszólsz, hogy basszeg, biztonsági őr vagyok, mit tudom én, kinyit itt az ajtó, lehet van itt valaki, betörtek, vagy mit tudom én. Aztán vagy megvárod, hogy kijöjjenek segítséggel, és körülnéztek úgy, vagy pedig te nézel körül, hogyha úgy ítéled meg, hogy nem annyira para a dolog. De ez, hogy lekamerázom telefonnal, és azt mondom, hogy jaj, visszamegy a pult mögé, vagy nem tudom, tehát...
the OP tried to debunk what had happened for several days, but was unable
Jó, de
to...
tegyük fel, hogy tényleg fura a szituáció, nem tudod, hogy most itt mi van. Akár veszélyes is lehet, tehát akkor se kamerázgatsz, baznak. Ha veszélyes lehet, akkor pont, hogy nem kamerázgatsz, akkor pont, hogy nem tudom, segítséget hívsz, vagy tényleg elbújsz, mert úgy ítéled meg, hogy mit tudom, úgy ítéled meg a biztonsági őr, hogy mit tudom én, veszélyes lehet. Nem? És akkor segítséget hívsz, vagy kérsz, vagy akármi. Vagy elmész onnan, és akkor szólsz, hogy valami van. De ez a lekamerázom, majd azt mondom, hogy jó, és ez jó,
anything
és
could even vaguely resemble the impression seen here.
Oh, Jesus, hell!
They didn't get a bad feeling as such from the incident. Instead, they thought perhaps a deceased relative was trying to make contact. One of our viewers, Danella White, shared this strange photo to our Facebook community page.
Igen, az is nagyon
White
fura
says she
egyedül.
was taking a photo of her newly built pond in the back garden to show her father. Nothing seemed out of place at the time and she didn't think too much of it. That was until she sent the photo and took a second
De azért
look.
is fura, mert mi van akkor, hogyha tényleg betörtek? Mi van akkor, hogyha bemásztak az ablakon, vagy mit tudom én, érted? Akkor mi van, hogy kinyíltott az ajtó, véletlen érted, a betörők véletlen ott kinyitották az ajtót, és meglátták az őrt, vagy mit tudom én, és elbújtak. Emez meg, mi van ott,
In the background, coming down the stairs to the apartment on the left there,
Vagy mit
there appears
tudom
to be
én,
something
érted?
brown hovering in mid-air. When White shared the photo, it freaked our Facebook community out. Some said it looks like the robe of a monk and couldn't quite explain why it seemed to be just hanging in mid-air. Others said it looks like an apparition of sorts.
Most mit kell nézni? Mit kell nézni? Én azt hittem először, hogy ezt kell nézni, de ez mi? Ez nem mider van, vagy mi van a miderbe? Berepült egy szúnyog megint, hát nem hiszem el. Ez most valami tücsökpöcs. Na bezze, akkor azt kell nézni. De ez mi az, hogy mider? Ez miért mider? Hát ott van a kis lépcső,
She
nem?
was taking a photo of her newly built pond in the back garden to show her father. Nothing seemed out of place at the time and she didn't think too much of it. That was until she sent the photo and took a second look. In the background, coming down the stairs to the apartment on the left there appears to be
De
something.
ez miért van levegőben? Hát olyan, mint hogyha ott állna, vagy mit tudom, ott ülne a kis lépcsőn az ajtóba, vagy
When
nem
White
tudom.
shared the photo, it freaked our Facebook community out. Some said it looks like the robe of a monk and couldn't quite explain why it seemed to be just hanging in mid-air. Others said it looks like an apparition of sorts. The photo was strange enough for Take a Break magazine to run a short story on it. Their editor noted that you can see blades of grass in front of the figure, meaning it must be something physically present and not something that's just been photoshopped. Ultimately though, they couldn't.
Ja, nem lehet amúgy tehát én ilyet még nem is lehet, tehát igen, ilyet szerintem senki nem tud csinálni, hogy berakja a film mögé a Photoshoppal.
Explain it away and was stumped by the image.
Már nem, mint hogyha ez kellene Photoshop. Bárki oda megy, azt ráraknak egy függönyt, vagy mit tudom én, azt ott ül, és lefényképezik. Vagy érted, vagy bassz meg, literálisan még 60 dolog minimum.
Happening around her house for quite a while now and wonders whether this strange appearance might be an explanation. Perhaps some kind of paranormal presence is haunting the home. I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. What do you think this could be? I'd love to hear your theories in the comments down below. If you're not convinced that spirits lurk in the cemetery, this footage from TikTok at elkukui.tv might just change your mind. The camera holder is said to have heard a strange wailing sound as they were walking around. Possibly thinking it was someone in distress, they followed the noise. Take a look at what they captured on camera.
Igen, borzasztó minőség.
Watching that again as the camera holder walks down
A NASA-nak, Drakia, köszi szépen az elnészabot a NASA-nak.
As they get closer, the shadow seems to get larger. It appears as though it's actually a young boy in dark clothes. He straightens up and looks towards the camera with his pale face. Unfortunately, this is where the footage suddenly ends. Was this boy some kind of spirit wandering the cemetery? If not, then how does one explain that he seems to morph out of a shadow?
Milyen morph, bassz meg, ott Google, geci.
Even if it were just an ordinary boy, what was he doing in the cemetery seemingly all alone? Whichever way you try to explain this bizarre footage, one thing's for sure. The situation is very creepy.
Mit kezdem megmagyarázni, bassz meg? Ahogy megy előre, úgy áll fel a gyerek. Ezek a szellemvideók, vágod, bassz meg, valaki megy egy folyosón, vagy gól a gyerek a végén, és ahogy megy előre, bassz meg, a gyerek föláll. És ez a szellemvideó. De azért itt is kell a 160p meg a rángatós kéz. Hihetőbb legyen.
Being a delivery driver is surely an unnerving job if you're out late at night in an unfamiliar neighborhood. When Redditor Devil Liliana was delivering food to a house that looked empty from the outside, they snapped this photo as a creepy memento of a completed job. In the image, we can see an old two-story house. However, your eyes immediately drawn to the upstairs window, where a green, hazy glow can be seen. The poster claims that there were no lights on at the house when they made the delivery, and only noticed the strange glow after reviewing the photo. They explain that the company they work for requires drivers to snap a photo of their delivery before they can close out an order in the system. The app opens the camera on the driver's smartphone automatically and submits the photo. However, it doesn't save the photo on the device. When the poster saw the odd green shape, they took a screen capture of the image so they could review it later. The poster notes that they don't really believe in the supernatural, but they find it hard to explain this anomaly. When they took to Reddit for some suggestions as to what it might be, they were met with several rather varied theories. Some think it looks like a clown, others a Mothman, a monkey's face, or even an alien. What's especially odd about the shape is that if you take a good look at it, you can clearly see that it's actually on the inside of the window. So what's your theory on this bizarre glowing shape? Is it really something paranormal, or is there another way to explain it? I'd love to hear your theories on this in the comments down below.
Mint hogyha Reddit amúgy valami ízi lenne tényleg.
How's it, guys? TikTok removed my video previously.
When this TikToker sat down to watch some TV, they probably never expected to experience something eerie like this. It was uploaded by user Prof. Peter de Klerk. The user explains that he's working from home with some TV on. He pans around the room when suddenly he shows this.
And my TV switched off in sleep mode. Is it just me? Or somebody sitting next to me on my freaking couch?
When the TV goes dark, you can see what looks like the reflection of another person sitting to the camera holder's right. At the beginning of the video, we can clearly see that there's no one else sitting on the couch.
But it happened again. I'm just at home, alone, working, and my TV switched off in sleep mode.
So why does it appear as though there's a second person in the reflection of the TV? Naturally, the comment section went for a paranormal explanation. A lot of people said jokingly that if it can watch TV, it can pay rent. But others were a little more concerned for the TikToker, saying that he should have the space blessed immediately by a priest. They were worried that it could have attached itself to the OP and could be a bad omen or a sign of misfortune ahead. So, is this some kind of spiritual attachment, or is it all just a bit of fun for some TikTok views? Watch the clip again and decide for yourself.
How's it, guys? TikTok removed my video previously. But it happened again. I'm just at home, alone, working, and my TV switched off in sleep mode. Is it just me? Or somebody sitting next to me on my freaking couch?
Our first clip of the day comes from Reddit user Comfortable Cry 8097. Last week, the OP heard a strange noise inside of their house. They yelled out to see if someone had snuck in, but there was nothing there. Confused, they decided to check their Ring security feed to see if they could see anything. Take a look at what the camera captured.
Persze. Azt akkor meg van csinálva nyilván az egész. Igazából ott lenne. Az ott tényleg ott valaki.
You can see a dark shadow that floats by at the top of frame. The eerie sighting freaked the Reddit community out, with many calling it a ghost. One commenter said the OP should thoroughly check their house for a squatter, because sometimes Ring cameras can make people look blurry due to their low compression rates. This could explain why the homeowner heard a noise and called out to see if there was anyone there. So what do you think? Are we seeing something paranormal here?
Egyébként azt tényleg előbb el lehet képzelni, főleg ilyen amerikaiaknál, hogy valaki amúgy valami csöves, vagy hát úgy csöves, hogy beköltözött valakinek a házába, annélkül, hogy tudna róla. Az ott éjszakánként, éjszaka ott mászkál, beleszik a hűtőből, a kajába.
People who believe our entire reality might actually be some sort of simulation. It sounds crazy when you first hear it, yet more and more unexplainable events seem to be caught on camera every day. This video uploaded to YouTube by Falcon MD may just start to convince you. The short clip is supposedly an excerpt from a Eurovision TV broadcast in 1971. The camera moves away from the stage to pan over the audience as they applaud. Keep an eye on the woman in the white shirt. One moment she's clapping enthusiastically, the next she appears to be completely frozen, with her hands suspended in the air and a broad smile on her face. Viewers have many theories about the woman's strange behaviour. Some think she might have had an absence seizure, a medical occurrence in which the brain briefly stops functioning, and the sufferer seems to be totally frozen in time.
Valaki erre is elmondta, hogy szellem volt, vagy mi?
Different idea. Some think that the woman saw herself on one of the camera monitors and was overcome with the thought of being on live TV. Despite these both being very plausible possibilities, some remain certain that she's frozen in time because of a glitch in the fabric of reality. So where do you stand on this theory? Are we all trapped in some sort of simulated world that could malfunction at any time? Or is there a more natural explanation for this strange behaviour? Let me know down below.
Volt már nagyhelyem streamen egyébként.
This next clip's been dividing audiences over on TikTok. When user Leanne18.18 was filming her son innocently playing in a pile of autumn leaves, she never expected to catch something quite so eerie on camera. Take a look at what she saw.
Miért? Mi köze a télnek ehhez? Hát fölvesz egy sapkát így is úgy is.
As the OP's son throws something across the yard, he pauses for a moment, almost as if acknowledging that there's something there.
Szerobag.
Then, out of nowhere, it looks like the boy gets pushed by some sort of unseen force. The uploader says that they only just moved into the area when this incident took place, and that it didn't take long for them to move out again. They also mention that this isn't the first time something strange has happened to their boy, but just what that is, they don't say. The comment section is divided on this one. Some say it looks like the boy falls over or deliberately falls back in a sort of playful manner, but a lot of people genuinely believe that something pushed the boy.
Hát amúgy.
So where do you sit on this? Did he just tumble, or was he pushed by some sort of unseen force? Drop your opinions in the comments down below.
Nem olyan ez sokkal... Amint még hogyha valaki lökött is rajta, ez inkább fura volt, mint az... Ez nem ilyen lökés volt, nem tudom.
To take a video of yourself lip-syncing in the mirror and upload it to social media. However, in this case, TikTok winner GTA likely got a surprise after reviewing.
Inkább olyan volt, mint hogy hasba verték volna, vagy nem? Hasba vágták volna, kicsit olyan volt. Fura volt inkább.
Watching that again as the young woman poses in front of the mirror singing, you can see something walk by in the bottom right-hand corner. At first, it seems like it could be the head of a small child. Yeah, and if you take a closer look, something seems off. The head is large and bulbous and seems to move into view as if it's floating. Another anomaly is that the head seems to disappear behind the TikToker. This is certainly a perplexing piece of footage. We'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. What do you think's been captured here?
A TikTok közösség úgy gondolja, hogy ez az egyik leghitelesebb videó arra, hogy az UFO-k tényleg léteznek.
Generally, abandoned places are creepy, yet many would likely agree that abandoned asylums are always a little bit worse. This chilling photo was posted to Reddit by user Moonflowers420. It was supposedly captured by their friend Channing Booth as he explored one of the most macabre asylums in the United States, the Anoka State Hospital in Minnesota. Founded in 1900 as a residence for the mentally ill, various controversial treatments were practiced on the premises. These included electroshock therapy and even lobotomies. Of the 100 men who were initially housed there, 86 died and were buried on the premises in numbered graves. Every building in the Anoka State Hospital was connected by a series of underground tunnels. It's said that the walls of these tunnels are marked with the scratches of patients who got lost while trying to escape. In this photo, posted to Reddit, we can see an empty corridor. The walls and ceilings are dilapidated as rays of light pass through. At the end of the hall, there appears to be an unnerving figure.
Látom, mire gondol már.
According to the poster, their friend was alone at the time. He snapped this pic when he saw something move from right to left at the end of the hallway.
Ez a legjobb, ez a egyedül volt, látod valamit, most lefényképezte.
Dress or gown. However, their features remain indiscernible. Could it be possible then that this unnerving figure is the ghost of a former patient? Or is there another way to explain its mysterious appearance? Let your theories rip about this eerie sighting in the comments down below.
Ez milyen
Have you ever
fényes.
heard of the back rooms? This video from Redditor EpicTC942 may give you a feel for what it's like to find yourself in this terrifying space. According to internet lore, the back rooms are a mysterious place where you may find yourself after clipping into an alternate reality. It's said to be a never-ending maze of hallways, all of which feature the same bland decor, mouldy yellow walls, wet carpets, and flickering fluorescent lights. You may discover new areas or even encounter terrifying creatures as you wander through miles of sameness, alone for eternity. When this Redditor moved into a new apartment building, they began to feel that they may have stumbled into this internet urban legend. The long, winding halls are dull and indistinguishable, with uneven floors and buzzing lights. As the Redditor takes different turns and even ventures to different levels, they're met with a startling sameness. There's nothing to distinguish one hall or one floor from another.
Hát mondjuk így, tényleg nincs.
At one point in the video, the poster even shows a doormat that reads, "Oh hello," a detail that they say is actually present on every level, 6 in total. This video was supposedly captured 2 weeks after they had moved in, and in that time they claim they've never seen another person in the entire building. So is this apartment building just a terribly designed, soulless piece of modern architecture? Or has this Redditor really stumbled into the back rooms?
Hát tényleg fura, de tehát most ennyi azon kívül szerintem ez.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Watch some more right here with...
De várja, akkor itt van. Na, várjál. Csak hogy lássam. Ez az első találat arra.
Hello, my fellow skeptics and true believers. Welcome back to another edition of Ghosts in the Machine. And this episode is actually inspired by my fellow Skeptical Inquirer writer, J.D. Sword. He's a good friend of mine, and we talk frequently, almost every day. But he sent me a link to a TikTok video, which is the basis of this video, which involved a woman that was in her apartment, and she claimed to be home alone. And when she
ez a másik videó,
nobody there, but
amit még Paxán
shows
mutatott.
both sides of the couch, and then she switches the camera to the TV or the front view and looks at the TV. And in the reflection of the TV, which is off, it looks like there is somebody next to her. So, you know what? Let me just show you the video.
Okay, so am I tripping? Or... Okay, so the noise is my turtle.
De tükrözve van a kamera, basszánk. Vagyis amit Paxán mutatott, abban fordítva volt.
Right? But there reflection shows like that's me.
So JD asked if I could duplicate this. Could I replicate this video? You know, how easy would it be? And honestly, it's very easy to do. First of all, when
very
you do
easy.
TikTok videos, there's this little thing where you start recording, and basically when you start recording, you can't flip the camera. Unless you're doing a live video. If you're doing a live stream, then yes, you can do that. But during a regular recording that you're going to do like a 15-second or a 30-second or a 3-minute video and then upload it, you don't have the option of swapping the camera from front to back. So she would have had to record it in camera or stop the camera from recording and then switch everything up and then start recording again. This would certainly give you ample time to set something else up, you know, to get up, actually take something like a pillow or a mannequin or something, whatever you want, whatever prop you want it, and put it next to you. Which honestly, that's really easy to do. I mean, you can just stop any video and then start it somewhere else. Like this. Really.
És az a legjobb, hogy erre van egy külön videó, hogy elmagyarázza azt, hogy ez igazából, hogy lehet ezt megcsinálni. És
So I went back to JD and told him, yeah, you know, it's really easy to do. It's really easy to replicate. Not a problem. I mean, basically, TikTok is made for, you know, food videos and faking shit. So it's perfect for that. And then we talked a little bit back and forth. And then he sent me an article to Newsweek. Newsweek, why? And in the article, it talks about this video going viral, and then it goes into polls about how many Americans believe in ghosts and all this stuff. But there's not a shred of skepticism in there. Not a shred of any kind of investigation where the author might say, hey, you know what, even though this is a reflection, it could be this, it could be that. No, nothing. They just, it was a fluff piece. But it's in Newsweek, and it gets out there, and it continues to spread the bull crap that's out there.
Persze, az összes videóknak a nagy része az egyszerűen meg van csinálva.
I talked to JD a little bit more. He actually asked if I wanted to write it up for Skeptical Inquirer, and I said yes, I do. I'll do this. And then I started thinking a little bit more, and I was like, you know what? This would be so much better as a video, because not only could we talk about it, that I could tell you about the video and maybe what I did to recreate it, but I could show you what it is, what they did, you know, or basically what I think they did. So the first thing I want to do is recreate the video and show you pretty much it's pretty simple to do. And then afterwards, we're going to break it down and look at some of the details in the original video compared to mine and what I see compared to other videos and stuff like that. It'll be a full breakdown. So for now, let's go have some fun.
A few minutes later.
All right, so I'm in my living room. I got my TV for the reflection. I got a couch, except stuff's not where it really should be to recreate the video as best as possible. So
don't be moving stuff in there.
I'm gonna rearrange furniture. Okay, so now that I'm all set up, I am actually going through the steps of the video, the original video. I'm replicating what they did. So I have the phone up to my face and I'm talking, and now I'm showing one side of the couch, talking a little bit now, again, and then I'm going to show the other side of the room going around, and now I'm going to switch, you know, quote unquote, switch the camera, and this is where I get up and put my ghost in, because I had to actually stop the video like they did in the original one. And in this case, as you see, I'm using a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle as my ghost, because I think, you know, it's much cooler. And now I'm going to restart the camera.
Nem csak a falon, mindenhol.
To the front camera, so it's filming the TV screen, and it'll see my reflection along with my quote-unquote ghost of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and it's going to look really cool. It's going to look like, hey, I just looked around the room, there's nobody there, there's nothing next to me, and then now all of a sudden in this video there's a ghost of a turtle. So check it out.
Okay, so am I tripping? Or... Okay, so the noise is my turtle. And I'm home alone, right? But... the reflection shows... like, that's me.
Okay, so I'm happy with that video, how it turned out. It looks really good. It's pretty much the same as the original video, with the obvious differences of my ghost being a Ninja Turtle and their ghost being something else. But as a recreation, I think it was spot on. I'm happy with it. I hope you are too. So now the question is, what is it? What is this thing that's in the original video?
De még ezt meg úgy is meg lehet csinálni ezt, hogy nem váltasz kamerát. Még úgy is egyszerű.
So in the Newsweek article that I mentioned earlier, and I'll put the headline up, or I'll put the page up here. It says there's a description in it, and according to the author, it says what appears to be a woman with black hair and a white dress can also be seen sitting next to her, completely idle. So there's a couple things with this. One is that this alleged figure is idle. It's not moving. It doesn't appear to be moving at all. But I don't think it's a figure. So a few days after the first video was posted, this user, Wonder Woman 1, I think that's the user's name, she posted another video because people were asking if she was okay, because there were so many comments about this ghost in the haunted house. So she posted another video where she's sitting in the same position and she's filming the reflection in the TV, and she's saying, hey, you know, I'm okay, I'm still alive, and really cool. But when you take a screenshot from the second video and compare it to a screenshot of the first video,
De
we see
még azt mondom, hogy
this.
élőben is meg lehet.
Now, side by side, we can see that it's probably not a figure next to her, because what they're pointing out as part of the apparition is actually the armrest. It's the armrest of the couch. And you can see it in here, in this clip, or in this picture here, where she pans the camera one way, you can see the armrest. And in TikTok videos, if you don't reverse the camera, it shows things in reverse. So, like what I'm looking at here, I think that stuff is on this side when it's actually on this side, and because the camera's reversed. And that's what happens. So, if you look at these two pictures, I'm going to put the arrows up on there showing you that what appears to be the white dress is actually the armrest. It's the front of the armrest of the couch. It's not a dress at all. So what's on top of it? It looks like there's an object on top because it's much darker when you compare the two screenshots. So it's much darker. It looks like there is an object there. And I have two possible explanations for this. One is that it's a pillow. So if you look in the original video, and I'll put a screenshot up right here, there are several dark pillows. There's two that I can see in the video. They're pretty big, but if you took them and put them on the armrest and kind of fluffed the point down, it might look like a dark bundle, especially in this reflection, because you're getting a reflection off the TV screen, which is not high res. It's not giving you details. I tried to enhance it a lot, but there's just nothing there. You can't even I mean, you can tell it's a figure there, or the woman that's filming it. You can tell she's sitting there, but you can't really see her facial features. So that's one explanation, that it's a pillow. The second explanation is what I think is the most likely. It's her dog. So she has a little dog, and I'll put that up over here. See, I'm all reversed. I'll put the picture up here. This is from a later video. She has a dog where the whole back of it is black. And it's a small dog, but it's big enough that it will fit on the armrest, and it can possibly cause what we see here. And if you note in this screenshot, on the bottom of it, right where it meets the armrest, there's a lighter color. There's like a little section of a lighter color. And when you put side by side with a picture of the dog from almost the same angle, but just a little higher up, you can see that the back of the dog's butt is lighter color. than the rest of the black hair that's on it. So I'm kind of thinking that the dog was put up on the armrest and probably laying its head down, so the ears are blocked by the rest of the body. They're not sticking out, and maybe it's got a chew toy or something like that. That's why in the original video, she kind of like, when she waves, the woman waves, she waves kind of like this, not to distract the dog that's on the armrest. So that's my take. I actually think it's the dog sitting on the armrest, and it just looked really cool. And to build upon this, in this second video, she talks about her shadow being on the wall.
That shadow is my shadow, clearly.
So maybe this is a combination of her dog being on the armrest and maybe part of the shadow caused by her head, because there are windows off to the side. And this is a different time of day, so maybe it's it's a bit brighter out, and there's more light coming through the window, causing a slightly darker shadow, and it just blends in with the body of the dog, and it distorts its features a little bit more than the TV screen. So.
De azt szerintem még élőbe se olyan nehéz ezt megcsinálni. Március, hát ez nem most volt. Hát benne van. Mármint, hogy most könnyű rámondani, hogy nem szellem volt, hogyha mégis az, akkor érted? Akkor mi van?
So we're gonna watch some horror videos, and I'm very excited about this.
Ezt nem nézzük ma végig, de belenézek ebbe. Csak hogy ilyet meg amúgy sem néztünk.
Nuke's top 5. Everyone is always telling me about Nuke's top 5. You gotta watch this. You gotta watch this channel. You gotta react to this stuff. They've got 4 million subscribers. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. A lot of red arrows. In fact, there's a red arrow in every single thumbnail. When is the last time they came up with a thumbnail that didn't have the red arrow in it? It's been over a year. Is there a video without a red thumbnail in it? I got really shrill there. I'm just amazed that this level of consistency. We're back 3 years. This one doesn't have one. This one doesn't have one. 5 mysterious creatures caught on camera. Ghosts caught on camera? I love the question mark there. Like, it's not even sure, but it has 34 million views. I don't know if these are ghosts caught on camera, but here, you may as well watch them anyway. Just to clear the air real quick though on me. So I personally don't believe in ghosts. I do believe that people see things. I do believe that there's paranormal entities out there, but I don't think that they're ghosts like there's dead people. Okay. So just want to get that out there. So that's where my perspective on a lot of stuff is going to come from. Top 20 scariest TikTok ghost videos of the year. Now that's what we need. Of the year. It's the best of the year.
Na csak egy-kettőt, hogy itt mi lesz.
Known for its ghost stories. A family that lived here for close to 20 years says there's no question this place was haunted.
On Halloween night, paranormal investigation team Paranosis hosts a
Oh,
live
shocking.
event.
Is that Adam Sandler? What happened?
The historic home was built in 1859 and was the home of Mormon pioneer Anson Call and his 5 wives. It is said that Anson was a cruel man and would lock his wives in the basement if they did not obey him. He eventually passed away inside the home. 84 years later, it is said that Ted Bundy kidnapped and held a woman in the Anson Call home before taking her life. Lead investigator Bennett Rain and her team are broadcasting live outside the house when suddenly they all see something absolutely terrifying.
I'm really distracted. My man's got a cool Misfits hoodie on.
I'm done. I can't. Freaking, that's where it was trying to What?
Wait, did I miss something?
Oh, it is the freaking ceiling. Here's someone talking. There's some girls out in the front. Okay, that's the freaking ceiling. Freaking. I don't know. What?
There was a thing like smashing up against the glass.
Oh, we didn't get to see that
was
one.
Was that in the front? Was that the front of the freaking house?
They're trying so hard not to swear right now.
Was that the front of the freaking house?
Freaking house? I don't want this to get demonetized on YouTube. Was that the front of the freaking house? What's happening? Why don't you show the house?
This has been happening the whole time.
That's been happening the whole time?
We're in there. Somebody's been banging on the window and the door. We got it on video too.
Who are these people? We got it on video too.
I'm done. I need to get... What the hell? Is that gonna break the...
So you got a guy in there just freaking with him or what? What the hell? What the hell? It's 10 out of 10 acting.
I think... Okay, that's the freaking... I'm
Hát az aztán tényleg kurva jó acting
I'm
volt.
freaking done. I'm freaking done. What the flip, bro?
We gotta go in.
You're gonna go in?
Yeah, let's go in.
You're gonna go into the flipping freaking house?
Why would you go in when the freaking house is falling apart?
The remains.
Okay, this at least is kind of cool, honestly. Like the ladder flailing around here is pretty neat.
Of a bed frame fly up towards the ceiling.
Oh, it's not a ladder. That's a bed frame.
The remains of a bed frame fly up towards the ceiling. The shock.
I mean, we can't see all of it. I mean, it seems like someone could just be like standing by the window, you know, playing puppeteer. That's also like not a bed frame, right? How is that a bed frame?
Meg úgy tűnik, mint hogyha papírból lenne, vagy nem tudom.
Oh, they did not quickly head inside to investigate. They hung around outside being like, oh frick, what the frick is going on? Hey, there's a bunch of freaking, what the flip? They were doing that for like 3 minutes. Enough for the guy who's fucking with the bed frame to get out on the other side of the house, I guess. They were giving them time, right?
I think this is where the banging was coming from.
Oh, but there's nothing now, right? Nothing now. While they were outside, the ghost was putting on a show. But as soon as we go inside, nothing. Oh, I guess it's over now. We missed it.
This is for sure. Look. Look at that. That's what
That is a bed frame.
I saw that in the window.
Yeah, it's like clear up by the ceiling.
Hát mondjuk az pont olyannak tűnik, amit bárki megemel, aztán rázogott a levegőbe.
See, I can't help but notice that the ladder-like part has a long rod attached to it that isn't visible here that could be used to wield it, perhaps. See, look, this long part right here, or even this. So somebody was like holding that and they were just like, you know, waving it around and shit. But again, as soon as they go in, it stops. It's such an aggressive ghost. It's like, get out. But then once they go in, the ghost is just like, come in.
Na jó, van, ez
what the heck?
sok.
Come in inside the freaking.
With logic. Fake world of YouTube Ghost Hunters.
Be gone, demon!
Vastly for a while now, as we all know. But I am confident already on TikTok. Because TikTok always films in portrait mode, I can move it like that.
Dad, who uploaded the video to his account, says that he heard
Elliot,
the
what are you
youngster
doing?
whispering 5 minutes prior to this. The dad then asks the boy what he's doing.
Elliot, what are you doing?
Ja, ezt láttuk, ezt a videót is.
What's that in the corner?
There's a man hanging.
Oh, really? Okay.
Someone's been watching every paranormal movie ever existed with kids in it. So far, it is highly, highly predictable and cliche. But that's not to say it's not true.
The dad asks why he drew that. The kid alludes to the fact that there is a hanging ghost somewhere in his room.
Elliot, what are you doing? Oh, really? Okay. Okay, thank you.
It's TikTok. I'm not going to get into why already. You already know what I think of TikTok. But, I mean, kids have an overactive imagination when they're that age. Could be that. Or it could be a TikTok video. Now, I'm not saying the parents are feeding him what to say for the TikTok video. The TikTok is called Paranormal Theory. I don't know why the channel would be called that. Unless you're going to make paranormal stuff.
In the third video, the dad
Hang on. Let me go like that. Move my big fat head. Oops.
explains that he put a camera in the new bedroom. He says he put his son to bed, and then not long later, this happens.
Don't put your kids in your shitty paranormal TikTok videos. It's bad practice. First of all, the dragon.
It's bad practice.
I'm gonna say right now. I'm not even gonna say it could be this. I'm gonna say that one of them is underneath the bed and just pulls him off, and the kid is in on it. The kid is in on it. Growl you hear, by the way, you have to have headphones on. There's no. The growl is absolutely added in, which you should know by now. But the reason we know that is if you listen to it with headphones, or even just a good sound system, when you hear the kid speak or run across the room like he does at the end of the clip, there's reverb and environmental, spatial...
Úgyis ezért van 3-4-ben basszus. De amúgy igazából kb. Az összes ilyen TikTokos videónak így ez az egésznek az izéje. De amúgy ahogy láttuk, kóra mindegy amúgy, hogy mennyire amúgy. Ezt nem mondtam még, hogy amúgy, de hogy kóra mindegy, hogy mennyire legit, vagy bármennyire is olyan a videó, mert amúgy leszarják amúgy az emberek, és megnézik 30 millióan is akár, hogyha úgy van. Úgyhogy ja. A hívők hisznek. Na jó van, akkor holnap mehet egy kis gaming. Most meg egy kis raid. Ha még bárki itt van. Ja, menjen. Na jó van, köszi annak, aki még itt volt. Vagy itt van. Nak jó ét. Jó pihenést. Meg mit tudom én. Sziasztok. Magyra.